After I got to campus on the first or second week of school, I was walking by this area called College Green, which is basically a big field in front of the main building on campus, and it's where they have big events and fairs and convocation. And I was walking by and I saw the whole field was covered with little black flags, and that on the tree next to it there was a sign that said each flag represents a civilian that was killed in Gaza by the Israel Defense Forces this summer. And then the sign said, "This latest assault on Israel's siege of Gaza." The siege in Gaza, has been continuing since the occupation, and I was really, really freaked out. So I felt speechless. I felt like there was nothing that I could do. I felt like my voice definitely was not being heard. So I emailed the person who ran my Right On for Israel program, Carl Schrag, and I asked him, what should I do? And he said, you need to go join the pro-Israel group on campus. So I said, okay. So I joined PIPAC, which is the Pan-Israel Alliance group, basically. So a main thing that PIPAC and the other Jewish and Israel groups do on campus is be active, not reactive. So instead of seeing something against Israel and, reacting to that, which could potentially be really bad, they're active in, their pursuits to show pro-Israel things on campus. So this week is actually Israel Week on campus. And there's a table out on the main walk that has blue and white cookies. There's Jewish music playing. There's different speakers every night. There's a Yom HaZikaron speaker. There's a Yom HaAtzmaut speaker. Moshav band is coming. And so there's definitely a huge Israel presence on campus, a huge pro-Israel group on campus.
I just wanted to tell you about a little incident that happened on campus about 6 months ago, where somebody drew a swastika in the middle of campus, right where all the freshmen live. And it was a really big deal on campus, especially because Yale University is the third Jewish. People came together and really showed their support. One thing that people did was, as soon as they discovered the swastikas, after they tried cleaning the swastikas, the students came with chalk. And they drew all sorts of love signs and peace signs. And they also quoted the dean, who immediately, when he found out about what had happened, said, "There's no room for hatred in this house." And many, many students came. There was a bucket of chalk. Anybody could write down something. And so many people showed their support. It was incredible. And me and my friends, my sister Hannah, who also graduated from the academy, we got together and we put together a table right near where the swastikas were. And at the table, you could write down what made you proud about your identity. And this was for everyone. It wasn't just for Jews. Because you know what? This isn't just a Jewish problem. It's a problem of hatred. It's a problem of intolerance. And it's something that we need to fight by being proud of who we are and proud of the diversity in our community.
One of the most important things that Academy students should have on their minds before going to college is that not everybody is Jewish and went to a Jewish school their whole lives and is pro-Israel and has family in Israel and has friends who are in the army. It's not like that everywhere. People are really from all different backgrounds. They've never been to Israel. They don't know anything about it. They only know that, Israel killed thousands of people in Gaza. That's all that they know. So I think it's really important to remember that not everybody has the same background as you. Not everybody's coming from the same place, and that you have to understand that you have to understand their background as well and try to explain in the best way to other people your beliefs, and that not everybody shares your beliefs. That's really, really important.
The one thing I probably have to say to everyone going to college is be strong with who you are. Connect to Judaism in your own way, because that's something that's going to stick with you. Don't be afraid to be Jewish. Don't be afraid to be pro-Israel. And surprisingly, there's a lot of people out there who don't know very much about Judaism or about Israel. And it's up to every single one of us here to educate those people. You really have to be Or L'Goyim. You represent not just yourself, but you represent now Judaism when you go out into the world. And you should act and uphold those standards. But you should also embrace different cultures on campus, bring them to what Judaism is all about.
From witnessing anti-Semitism and anti-Zionism on campus, I think it has definitely, strengthened my beliefs towards Israel and towards being Jewish. Um, Immediately when I saw the basically protest against Israel on College Green, I felt so passionate about explaining to people how that wasn't true, and I felt so passionate about getting involved. So I think that it definitely strengthened me in that way. Maybe that shouldn't have been the thing that told me, okay, it's time to go join the pro-Israel group, but it was. And so it definitely pushed me forward and made me show that, okay, it's time to speak up against these things.